Selma, and welcome to my book journey. Today I have a fun video for you. I went to Iowa a few weeks ago, and so my family and I went just for a short trip for a family reunion. And so some of you may know that if you've been here on my channel for any period of time, you know that I love little free libraries. And anytime I venture out and I go to a new town or I'm on vacation or whatever, if I see some, I stop and I record those for you. And just it's always fun to go to a new place to seek those out. And so for those, and if you don't know, little free libraries these are just like boxes that are usually in front of people's homes that put them out there for people to come and take a book, leave a book, exchange a book. And like I said, they're in neighborhoods. Sometimes you'll find them in the front of schools or post offices and things like that. But for the most part, they're in private homes in the front yard. And so, like I said, we went to Iowa, and so I found quite a few and some really cute ones too. And so I'm going to put in a video here of all the little free libraries that I came upon while I was in Iowa. And then I'll also put some video in here of a couple bookstores that I went to. So in the town that we visited in Iowa, they have an awesome thrift store. It's called New Hope, and their books are like super cheap. So when we went a couple years ago, they were like 35 cents a book. It didn't matter if they're hardcover or paperback. And I was like, wow. And so so it's been a couple years since we've been back. So I noticed that their prices went up, but it was still cheap because it was 50 cents a book, all books. So, which is fine. I mean, that's pretty inexpensive. And so I did find some. I didn't find as many Christian fiction as I would have liked. I think last time I went, I found some Christian fiction, I believe. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look at my own video to see. But so I went to those bookshops and a couple little towns in that area that had thrift stores, and I'll put that in here too. And then I will come back and show you all the books that I found. Okay, just came out of this sweet bookshop, New Hope. It's the sweetest little place. I didn't find a whole lot of books, but this is the beautiful day here. And Allie and I saw when we got out of the car, this on the wall. I was like, I have to film this because it's so cool. So it says, I love it. Books are portals to amazing places. Oh, I just love it. Look at this. Look at the art. Oh, look at it have a dragon. Oh, look at that. Once upon a time. Look at the little bunny. Yep, and that's super cool. This whole little alley. It's all about books and things. Just sweet. Okay, Ellie found this and she said we gotta try it. So, okay, Ellie, you're gonna start here. What does it say? You find yourself an imagination alley. Here, you get to choose what happens next, but be careful, nothing is as it seems. What do? Look around, swim. Do you want to swim, look around, or sit by a rock? What do you want to do?
B.
So go to... Okay, so you pick 3. Uh-oh. You hear 2 creatures singing. Which one of us should be queen of the sea? Choose the sour-looking pink one, or the friendly one. Oh, I know Ellie's going to pick. What was it? You pick the sour one? You lead. You are led to a spooky cave. There are 3 tunnels. You must go alone. Which one are you going to choose, Ellie? What number? Smelly hot tunnel, icy cold tunnel, or mysterious tunnel? Oh, what number? 15? Uh-oh, which one? A chill runs down your spine. You are now in the cave of the creature with no name. Uh-oh. You name the creature on the spot. It's a good name and decides not to eat you. Or B, there is no escape but you run away anyway. Let's see, which one? 19. Right next door. You've been cursed. You can't remember your name or how you got here. You are doomed to wander the forest forever. The end. That's oh, that is so cool. Okay, so right in the middle of this little town is this huge tall tower. Ooh, it's so tall. It's the Nahani Memorial Clarion Tower. So I think that's pretty cool. Oh wow, such a beautiful day. The bells are going off. Oh, and there's just the other, reminds me of the clock tower again. Cool little town. Okay. This area is so pretty. We just met Thomas Jefferson. Look at that pretty. Anyway, oh, look at this little free library. So we're gonna go see it. Oh, look at this pretty thing. It is so cute. That has to be the cutest little free library that I've ever seen. What do you think? I think it's got a lot of books in there too. Let's see. Got a devotional. What is this? What? It's an old book. Essays. Oh wow. It's kind of cool looking little book. Oh my You know, I've always wanted to read this one, and I've never have. I've seen the show. I might take this one. Just it's just a cute little library in this sweet area. They're over there hitting the doing the chimes. It's just beautiful. Just a beautiful little place. Okay, here's another alley that has a theme, and this is the bird theme, so of course we had to come see it. So it's Sally's Alley. Songs of the birds, echoes, has a voice. So Sally's, but Ellie's pointed out that they have a little free library in here, so of course I'm gonna go check it out. There's that's a pretty bird. So it has, oh, okay. We just got off of there, went up to the tower. Organizing them for me. Little too many tamales. Some books in here. I know, I'm just trying to see what. Here's the cherry blackstock. Dawn's Light. Is that the last one? All right. Okay, here is another little free library that we just happened to pass by. And so I'm just gonna see what's inside it. Some old kids books. Most of these are kids books. Charlotte's Web. And then this side has some adult ones. Daniel Steele. I think every little free library I've ever been to either has Daniel Steele or Patterson. Okay. Dean Koontz. McComber. Okay. So that's a nice little, kind of worn, but It's here at this tiny little town in Iowa, so at their community building. We are in Auburn, Iowa, and this is Albert the Bull. And I have not seen this guy in years. I am going to try to find the picture I have of my oldest daughter. And when we came to visit family in Iowa many years ago, she was just itty bitty. And I have a cute picture of her sitting there by Albert the Bull. And now we're back here. And he looks really good. They really do a great job of keeping him painted well. He is a symbol for this little community here that their big thing was a cattle industry and the beef industry, and then they shipped their beef to Chicago on train. Which they called it the T-Bone Express, which is that little train exhibit there, or cart, or what do they call those? Train car. Has a bunch of information, but like I said, we haven't been here since Ellie was little, or Alora was little, and now it's built up, and they've got like a park, whole area here, and just built up so much. I don't think any of this was here when we came the first time, but so it was really neat to see Albert the Bull again. Okay, driving through another little Iowa town, and we saw this little free library here, so I'm just gonna, it's a cute one, so I'm just going to see what they've got. Okay, this one has like cassettes of books in here. All right, we've got some kids books in here. Oh, I just checked this one out from the library. I might. Letters of Refrain. And some CDs. Some paperbacks back here. Tiger Ride, Indian in the Cupboard. I remember watching this movie. It's so good. I really liked it. Actually, I think I have the book somewhere in my house that I need to read. Okay. Oh my goodness, there's wasps. I just noticed. Okay, it's time for me to leave. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't see that before. Crazy. here by this. Yep, okay. This cool. And there's a little free library. And I'm just, hopefully my phone will not die. Let's see what they got inside. Some Sandra Brown. Some kids books. Got memo to myself. No wasps in this one, which is good. No wasps. Oh, look what they have. They have visitor's guide. We have one of these already at the house. Or at the hotel, I'm sorry. I remember this book, The Country Bunny. I think. That cover looks familiar. And I'm going to take one of these. And what's this one? Well, I'm going to take the Iowa map because Kenny loves maps. So, that was a nice, cute little one. Oh, no.
Oh, softer. Oh, softer.
Buddy read. Look at this one. The Danish Way of Raising Teens. Huh? Where's that? Under the stars. Oh, this one looks good. Assistance girl. The last night of the castle. Oh, some really good ones here. Favorite stories. Or do it again, but face it this way. Okay, leg, stop it. Woo! Look at the tornado. That's pretty cool. Butter. Cute little one. We are heading home back after a trip here in Iowa, and we're going through all these little towns before we get to the main highway, and I saw this at a park so I had to come and see what they had. And look at this. Oh, this thing is pretty beat up, but we're just gonna see, and hopefully there's not any wasps here. Oh, these books have been kind of beat up, but we'll see. We just like to look. I have that one at home that I haven't read yet. The Inheritance. Ooh, gosh, that one's really beat up. Yeah, these are badly beat up books. And let's see, down here we have some paperbacks, Patterson. And this one I've heard is a really good book, but it's pretty bad. A lot of water damage. And got some spiders going on here. But this one is one that I've been, let's see, is this in a, it's kind of yucky, but I would get, I mean, I've been wanting to read this book, but so, yeah, it just needs some looking after. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Alrighty. So as you can see, I found some really cute ones. I mean, the one that was by in the Jefferson Garden was so cute. It was just precious. And so found some really good ones. And then I did also want to say, when we went to Iowa, my husband, he had wanted to visit a motorcycle shop. And he knew it was, I think maybe about an hour away from where we were staying, and it was in this teeny tiny little small town. But the couple reasons why he wanted to go was, first is he had found a YouTuber that, you know, talked about motorcycles and things, and the kind of motorcycle that he was interested in. And so this gentleman has his channel. I'll put it up here. I can't remember offhand what his name is, but his channel. And so we went to see that shop. And then he was able to, while we were in there looking around and everything, and I'll put that video in here next so you can see. But while we were in there looking around, the gentleman from that YouTube channel that my husband follows, he was in there. And so my husband kind of like, hey, you know, stopped him. And this is my husband and him. And he's like, hey, can I take a, you know, picture with you? So he was really jazzed to be able to talk to him and say, hey, you know, I, you know, watch your channel, really enjoy it. And so we got a kick out of that. And so that was fun for him to do. So I will put the video in here now of these motorcycles, which is really, some of these were so beautiful. They were, you know, they had the, you know, of course the new ones, and then they had a back room that had all these vintage ones. And so I'll put those in there. Put those in next. Vintage. I get the name. Little bike. This one's kind of cool looking. 1955. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, I'm just going to go really quickly and show you the books, all the books that I picked up on this trip. So the first thing I have them like in, I don't remember which ones I got where offhand. The only ones I remember where I got are these three. And the reason I kept them together because I wanted to tell a little story about these. So this was a thrift store that we went to. It was like a consignment store. They had a lot of books. And so I bought some shoes, and then I found this Irene Hannon book, An Eye for an Eye. Yeah, An Eye for an Eye. So I was like, yeah, I'll totally take that. And so when I was paying for it, the lady goes, hey, because this was on their clearance shelf. And she says, hey, we're having a sale right now. If you buy a clearance book, you get 2 clearance books for free. So 3 basically for the price of 1. And this one was $1.75. So I could get 3 books for $1.75. And so I said, okay, let me go back there and see if there's anything else on the clearance shelf that I would like. And when I went back a second time, I found 2 books that I thought I didn't even see these. And so I was like, I'm glad she told me. It was really sweet of her to tell me that. So the first one is A Royal Christmas Wedding by Rachel Hauck. And this is part of that, what is the Royal Wedding series that I read the first book. And then, so I was like, oh, well, this is like, I think this is this might be the last book in the series. And then plus it's a Christmas book. And so I thought, well, do I have to read all the books? But I did notice that this book picks up the story of that first book with Avery and the Prince, Colin, that I read already. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. So this, I'm definitely going to read this in the month of December. It'll be one of my Christmas books. So I was so excited when I saw that one. And then the other book I picked up is Dovetail by Karen McQuestion. And I just saw that the publisher was the same publisher that has done some of my books that I picked up by Amy Harmon. So I was like, you know that, and then I love the cover. And so this says, as time passes, everything changes except for love. Joe Aronson, Joe's ordinary life is upended by troubling dreams of himself as a different man in another place and time. Says he's dreaming of himself in another place and time. It isn't until he visits his estranged grandmother Pearl in her Wisconsin hometown that a startling connection emerges. Is he going to be like living the 2 lives? This sounds really, I'm going to keep reading. Let me see. So drawn into his family's past, Joe discovers secrets weighing on the old woman's soul. The tragic death of her sister Alice a half a century ago and its ripple effect on all who loved her. Digging into the events of the summer in 1916, Joe is convinced that his recurrent visions relate to Alice's untimely passing and to the beloved man she meant to marry. Oh, wow. I hadn't read what it was about. I just picked it up because, like I said, I saw that. This sounds super interesting. And this one, this might look like a fall kind of cover. I'm kind of going through my books right now. I'm already thinking about October and November for the fall season. And so this one looks kind of maybe fallish to me, at least the colors. So anyway, so these are the 3 books that I got for $1.75, which are, I mean, what a deal is that. Okay, so these next books are my paperbacks that I picked up. I picked up Love Comes Softly by Jeanette Oak. I watched the movie years ago, and I've always wanted to read the book. And so this is a pretty edition of it. So I picked that one up. This one's called MacArthur's Spies, and I believe it's a nonfiction book about espionage in World War II in Japan. So there's that one. I found a Lisa Wingate book called Never Say Never. And then when I got home, I hope that's not one I already have, because I do have a couple of her books that I have not read yet. But I looked, and I have her book called Drenched in Light. So it's like, okay, good. I don't have that one. I thought this was curious. This was a curious book that I picked up because it's 2 books. It's a fiction favorites, large print Reader's Digest version, and the reason I got it was because I heard this book was good. Nora Goes Off Script, and I don't even know what this book is, but it's 2 books in one. But I wonder if it's like a condensed version of it, because it doesn't seem like that'd be enough for 2 books. but we'll see. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then I picked up the final book in the Restoration series by Terry Blackstock. Terry Blackstock. And my husband and I started the series, I think we started it last year. And we stopped. We read everything except for the final book. And we didn't have them. We were reading them on Libby. And so when I saw this, I thought, oh, this is the last book. We haven't read it, so I had to get it. And I showed it to my husband. I said, hey, now we have it. We have no excuse. We can finally finish off that series. So hopefully, I mean, this kind of looks like a fall book too. So this might be something I read for the fall. Okay, so those were all the paperbacks that I picked up. And then, so my hardcovers, well, actually, here's some. These first two are not hardcover, they're paperbacks, but they're children's books. And I have been wanting to read this one for a long time. And this is called The Family Under the Bridge. And it's so small, it's a children's book. But I've heard so many good things about this. And so, like I said, I've been wanting to read it for a long time. So when I saw that, I had to pick that up. And I probably will read this in December. It feels like a Christmassy book to me. And then I got Counting by Sevens, and this one, I've heard a lot about this one, middle grade book. So this one would be a good one to read. Sorry, something car going by. Something maybe to read in for middle grade March or something. And then the next are all my hardbacks that I found. I found this book, and it's called Tender Mercies, Elizabeth's Story. And this is the Extraordinary Women of the Bible. It's one of in a series, I believe, called Extraordinary Women of the Bible. So it's Elizabeth's story, and it's through Guideposts. And so it is a fiction, but it's a Christian fiction, like what her story would be. And Elizabeth is Mary's cousin that Mary, the mother of Jesus, she goes to visit her. There's that famous passage where the two of them meet, and I think, that kind of portrays it right there. So, and she tells her cousin Elizabeth that she's pregnant with, and so I thought this was a really neat find. I found a Kristen Hannah book, and this one's called Angel Falls, and this one kind of looks Christmassy, wintry to me. This one is not a historical fiction, I don't think. I think it's more one of her contemporary ones. Yeah, it's about a woman that's in a coma, evidently. So I have really loved her historical fiction books that I've read. I read I think only one contemporary, which I did enjoy it. It was really good. So I seem to enjoy her writing. So I just thought this was a pretty cover. So maybe another possible December read there. Now these next two I picked up because unfortunately I did not finish Lonesome Dove. I was supposed to finish it in August, but I didn't finish it. So that is like a carryover from last month. But I saw that this bookstore had, or this thrift store had, 2 more of the books in that series. And so this one's called Dead Man's Walk. And I love these covers. And this one I think is like a prequel, like before. It definitely was. It was written after Lonesome Dove. Lonesome Dove was written in the 80s, and these were written in the 90s. Yeah, in the 90s. So he went back and kind of delved deeper into the main character's story, and because they mentioned that they were rangers. So I believe this is when they were rangers, because it says the first adventures. So this would have been the first one, like a prequel, but first one, Dead Man's Walk. And then they had this one, and this is Comanche Moon, and this one says it's the final volume of the Lonesome Dove saga. So I just love that cover. So this one is after Lonesome Dove. Oh no, well, it says it's the final one. Maybe it's the final one because he wrote it. maybe it was the last one he wrote in the series, but it still takes place before Lonesome Dove, because it talks about their middle years. Like, this might be right before Lonesome Dove happens. The events happen in Lonesome Dove. So I just thought these were super finds to get. So I do have to finish reading Lonesome Dove, and then I want to go and read both of these books, you know, the 1 and 2 prequels, because I think that would be awesome to read more about their stories. Okay, so the next stack of books I have are all for Ellie, and possibly for like homeschool reading. So this first one I found is called Rivka, and it's about a young girl in Russia. And right now we're doing a whole geography unit about Europe, and Russia is one of those, is included in that unit. So I thought that would be a good read. I picked up Paul Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, and Ellie is actually going to be reading this at the end of her school year for her language arts. So I was like, great, now we have an actual copy of it that she can use. And then she found this book. It's a Dear America book, The Valley of the Moon, Diary of Maria Rosalia de Milagros from Sonoma Valley, California, 1846. So she's like, hey, I want to read this one. So found that one. And we have loved the Dear America books that we have read together. I found like a student dictionary for her that she can have handy when she does her, a lot of times she uses the, you know, she just looks up meanings online, but I thought it'd be good to have her to have like just a pocket, like a dictionary that she can use. This one I thought was really interesting. It's called What Would Jesus Do? Stories for Teenagers, and they're just short stories that deal with like guidance, gossip, friendship, so different topics, family, faith. So I thought this would be a good one for her to read as well. And for Shakespeare for the month of September, well, I guess this is for her too, but I think I'm going to read it this month as well because of the whole Shakespeare that's happening in September. This is called What a Piece of Work is Man, the 7 Great Tragedies of Shakespeare. And so I think these are it's just like overviews of the different books that he wrote or plays and that he did. So I thought that was a good resource. I have heard a lot about this book for adults, and this is a teen version, and this is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, and it's by Sean Covey. And so I thought that was a really good find too. And so it's all about, you know, teens and, you know, learning good habits that are going to follow them throughout their adult life. So this one is definitely one that she can do during her high school years. And I always like picking these up. These are like little workbooks. This one is called The Writer's Almanac, Tips and Resources for Every Kind of Writing. So has to do with vocabulary, grammar fundamentals, journal ideas, all kinds of different writing. So another one that we can utilize in our homeschool. And this one I thought was a really awesome find. It's called Circling the Globe, A Young People's Guide to Countries and Cultures of the World. And like I said, we're doing geography this year. And so these are all the, you know, all the different countries that she can look through here while we're on that country. So I thought, and I think I paid like 50 cents for this book. 50 cents, and it's in just great condition. Okay, so those are all the books that I picked up. So I did pick up quite a few really good finds, and so let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these books that I have picked up, or let me know if when you travel, do you check out little free libraries? Look for those. It's really neat because when you travel, you can go to their app and like just plug in the zip code or the city that you're in, and it'll show you if there's any in the town. And so I really love the app, the little free library app. So yeah, I just had to. Oh, I forgot to say this. I got this at my. I got this at the at the thrift store too. Isn't it cute? It's a little wooden thing. It says Faith. I thought that was really precious. And this we got. Ellie picked up at our thrift store, at one of the thrift stores too. It's the Iowa Hawkeye, and we always like to get something from Iowa. This is the college football team that is the families. That's the one they root for, the team they root for, and of course Kenny roots for them too when he watches college football. And it was brand new. It was brand new. I think we paid like $2 for it. And then I think I probably put that in the video where I was looking at things like to buy, and I saw one that's kind of similar to that with similar colors. It was like $20, almost $30. So that was just like, okay, so that is it. That is all I have for you today. And so thank you for hanging out with me today, and you all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.